some reason I was using the wrong stream key. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome. This is Melush 8001. Today we talk about the pets, Rhino and Ostrich. So I checked it out like really quickly yesterday, but I was on a base that didn't have both pets. So now I am on King Kong base, which is a big base, which means we actually have the pets. Pet house. If I check Rhino, we have a level 50 Rhino. If I check Ostrich, we have a level 50 Ostrich. So we will be able to really talk about it. And now I will call Temoc. Temoc, who is here. A big max guy, like kind of like everyone. And we will be able to talk about the pets. Let's see. Temoc. I'm calling you, Temoc. Hello, So Nice, and hello, MJ. Hello.
Hello.
Comment estás, Temoc?
Comment ça va, mon cher ami?
Ah, ça va super, et toi?
Ah, très bien.
Tu parles français.
We should speak in Spanish next because we do have some audience. I heard from Spanish-speaking countries.
Ah, no problema. Puedo hablar español.
That's not what you said a few weeks ago, right? When you were fresh coming from a Mexican-speaking country.
Sí. Me gustas la playa. Me gusta la playa.
Yeah, that's good.
Una cerveza, por favor.
Una cerveza. 2 cervezas y un tequila, por favor.
Okay, that was it for the Spanish part. So now we reach out with all the audience.
Awesome.
Yes, so I'm calling you today because I was busy this week, but I know you have been in 3 Max base checking out the new pets, right?
Yes, I am. I am able to use both Kong and Kraken are kind to allow me to use their base whenever they are not able to, or whenever they actually want the bases to function properly, because obviously.
Obviously.
I work them better than them, but don't tell them, please.
Oh, you already tell them every day. I see it in the chats.
Yeah, for people that don't know me, I am always cracking jokes. So this is what I do with my friends, but I do think the world of those 2 monster bases. So they do a great job.
Yes. Just can we? I know you already came in my live stream 1 or 2 times, but maybe some people don't know you yet. I have opened your profile on my screen, but can we have like a quick intro of yourself and the big base you play?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started playing a little over 2 years ago. I started in 1283, and I don't know if it was looking back, a good advice or bad advice that somebody provided me to, hey, that you should play in more than 1 state. So I went crazy and I was playing in 1176, on 1329, on what was it, 1258, 1256. I mean, I was playing in 4 or 5 states and spending at the same time, which was crazy. So I don't recommend to do that for anybody. But anyway, what it did do is that it allowed me to meet a lot of amazing people, that I really learned a lot from really good players. And the funny thing is that as time went by, I just started to see a lot of those players just concentrating. And it's very nice to know that we are, I guess, in the last stage of the game when we are a bunch of us from younger states now on older bracket in 1001, and it definitely is nice to see a lot of those same faces. There are some people that I have had great experience playing with. Some others, obviously, as we know, isn't that great. But I really have good memories from all of those battles from Doomsday or Eden. And I have been lucky, just to play with really cool people. I can tell you, I played with a guy, Nawel. He played on a state one when state one started, and he was 14, and we didn't know until and he was our leader. But we learned that
Right.
that kid is from Argentina, and he knew so much of the game that it was crazy. And the way that he did the strategy, I remember that I was playing with him, and he would just be on when we started on Eden, and he will be fighting with a way weaker base with like 4 or 5 very strong bases, and he was winning to them. How, I have no idea, but I guess he had a lot
Uh-huh.
of experience that then he shared with us, with the way that the pets weren't a thing, but definitely the equipment, the heroes. I learned a lot about reading heroes from here, from another player from 1296, Karian. He was from Poland, or he's from Poland, but he went to the Pokemon game and he hasn't come back. But
It happens.
yeah, he was really into the strategy, and really taught me also a lot into how to read the reports, because there is a lot in the reports. And I like what
Yeah.
you do too, that you actually watch the battles in the because that really teaches you a lot of when those heroes come in, when the pets are doing something, when the equipment is doing something. So I really recommend for people to try and use those old tools that nobody uses anymore. A lot of people I see that just go jumping from, what they see on other players doing.
Hmm.
And a lot of times that doesn't really give you that edge that you're looking when you're managing some of these big bases.
Yeah.
And that's what so that's kind of the background that I can give you from me. I just played in a bunch of states, and this base that I am playing with now used to belong to King Alex. I didn't know the previous player, but King Alex did a really good job in keeping it strong. I met him very briefly. He is, I think, from Peru or something like that. Very nice guy,
Hmm.
very, very nice guy, very humble, which is the type of players that I like to kind of associate with,
Yeah, I can answer
But
for who was the previous owner. I think it was Chai.
yeah, somebody said
Yeah.
that base used to be on BKB
Hmm.
before, and Chai was a player from there. So it would be amazing if anybody knows him to kind of contact him and get to know him a little. I will definitely appreciate that. But
Yeah, so
yeah,
you
that's
see
the
this.
history from
Yeah.
this base.
So you could see his base is not abandoned, but he's living its best life.
Yes, yes, 100%.
Hmm. Um, yeah, so you said you have been in contact with people who are more strategic and not really like a big spender, I guess, if they are looking for all the strategic way to outsmart their opponent, but also with super big spenders. You actually,
Yes.
you are a whale. That's the
Well,
correct.
I learned from some people like Kila. What is the name of him? I just always know him as Kila, but
Killer
he
Barber?
was for, yeah, Kila
Huh?
Barber. And they always did this. I know him, or his base. I knew him from the 1200 states, and that's what kind of they do, just buy stronger bases. And it made sense to
Hmm.
me
Yes.
just to go and try and get ahead by a lot. I do have friends like Kraken and Kong that have had their bases from zero to the way that they are, that are total monsters, and they
Hmm.
keep going strong at it. But I did had my I guess season of spending a lot. And I just thought, it's way better just to wait out the season and do your best that you can to support the team, which
Hmm.
is kind of what I do. I try to help any player, not just them. I relate to you because a lot of players come to me and say, "Hey, can you do a review of my base? Can you check my heroes?" I mean, if I will get $1 for every one of those that come and tell me, "Hey, can you help me?" Unfortunately, I don't have that much time, because obviously I
Yeah.
work and do a lot of other things, and I have my kids and stuff. But I do the best that I can to kind of help them. But I love what you're doing with your channel, because definitely it helps people kind of make their best choice. I am not an expert on this thing. I'm lucky to use bases that are maxed and they have all of the bells and whistles. So I can tell you, fighting against bases that are way stronger, which is something that I learned from Nahuel. He really taught me how to fight bases that are way stronger than you, which is kind of what I was able to prove using Kraken base or Kong base against the super monsters from TW6. Totally max bases, but I think we gave them a run for their money while we were trying.
And the fact that there are multiple players with super big base that trust you with your base, this allows you to actually test things and compare different big base, whereas many players, they just see inside their own base, so they don't have the same opportunities to compare and learn that you have. So that's why I appreciate having you here.
Yeah, thank you so much. I love having all of you here and as well, and joining your channel.
Yeah, so we said today we are talking about pets. And first of all, I still see people in chats being like, pets are useless. And I think that pets are not useless. And I think we have an example to prove this. And I think people think that because their pet is underdeveloped, so obviously they don't make a big difference. It's like sending level 1 hero, even if it's a good hero, it won't make a difference. But we have proof now, because there was a bug with Dark Kraken, right?
Yes, but absolutely.
Tell us
a story. So that was a disappointing kind of, not really for Kraken, because that guy is a beast in real life and on game. But so
he's a beast
there
in
was
real
a bug
life.
in the game. He's definitely a beast. Have you seen his face? No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, he does amazing in business and the same way that he does on the game. But so for some reason, the game did not allow him to set the pets, and that can happen with my base too. When I was playing on the other summit, because my base came from upper bracket, so it didn't allow him to put the pets on, and it definitely showed difference with a base that I don't think that he should have had that much trouble otherwise.
Yeah, I have the battle report before me now, and we can see Atalanta more developed than the Atalanta of his opponent, but no pets. And if we check the stats are kind of similar. His opponent has slightly higher stats though, but the difference in the end is really huge in the result of the battle, and it's not justified just by the difference in stat. It's really the absence of the pets that has been making Kraken lose there.
Yeah, not only that, but you know that we had just recently a new, I call it pets tech. It's kind of yesterday tech for pets, and it provides huge amount of buffs for your pets, and it goes by line. Even if you click on the pet V line, you click there, you can see and by the way, you can scroll up or down. He has like 10 lines of these already maxed. Just scroll that. Yeah, exactly. He has a lot more pets than that. If you continue to go to the other side, I think it should pull more. But you know what is really interesting on this? All of this looks like not much information, but if you click on the number on the 472706 on the top left.
Top, yes, here. Oh, we can see all the effect.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, exactly over there. You just look at that.
Says the HP's damage. I'm not really looking at the might, because the might is kind of negligible considering the amount of might we have now, but the HP and the damage makes difference.
I mean, if you consider that one of the main things that you look in the satellite, for example, is the damage and the damage relief, and over here he's not even maxed with this thing, and he's already getting 5% damage on top of each one of the lines for pets. That's just amazing. And
Mm-hmm.
this is Kong's base, right?
Yes, this is Kong's base.
Yeah, so I thought that you were in Kraken, and Kraken has already, I think, 10 lines of Edmax or something like that.
Okay, so Kong has to catch up.
Yeah, Kong is catching up because he had a big trip, golf trip out of the country,
Right.
but he's getting with Kong. You know, when he's quiet, is because he's maxing stuff. So just give him 3 hours, and probably he's done.
Right.
But
okay.
this is what I wanted to show you, because on this tech, if people are just overlooking it or not working it, it really provides so much power to each one of your pets per line and per hero.
Mm-hmm. So I have a question about it, because I just checked this in a base that hadn't researched much. So I had a question, because all those little texts, they have the name of a hero there. But does it have something to do with the hero, or is that just the name of the research?
I don't believe that it has anything to do with the hero, but it's kind of a guide, a little bit of a guide, because bottom line, this is like the growth manual. But what you can see if you can see on the left side, you have first, middle, and last line for fighter.
Yeah.
Then in the middle line, you kind of have the same for shooters, and in the last line, you have kind of the first, middle, and last line for vehicles.
Yeah, it shows example of APC. If I check on the left, I can see Hank, Shadowy Man, Revive Soul, which is our second fighter APC. If I see middle, I see Ether Hunter, Skull, Speedstar. It's an indication that it's first, middle, and last row. And we also have Spark Fox, Dark Sister, and Emerald Rose, which is also vehicle APC.
Yes.
And then we go in General Edition. So this next row is gonna help with what? The pets or all the rows?
Yeah, it kind of repeats itself. It goes again into fighter first row, fighter second row, fighter third row, and then shooter. It's kind of going just fighters all the way to the left, shooters all the middle line, and vehicles all the right line. And at this point, with the test that I have done, I have seen the buff happening regardless of what hero I have, for as long as I have a pet loaded that is a proper pet, I guess, for that area.
Okay. Another question also, obviously we are in Kong's base, and we can see that Kong just max stuff. Like then he's researching the next one, and I guess he will be done with fighter pet, go to shooter, then go to vehicle, etc. But for someone who is not spending as much, they have a choice to make, right?
Yes, in the supply hub, we're getting about 500 per day. I don't know if you noticed that.
In the supply hub?
Yeah.
You mean the thingy? Is this?
Yeah, it should be so.
Pet observatory. Yes, training log. So we have again to go through all 10 levels to unlock the next, the last level, the 10th level. And gather 350 per, so 700 per day. Okay, 700 per day to get in the supply hub. Okay, I didn't know that.
And the message that the devs or customer service or whoever sent, it also said that they are going to include them in 2 areas. One is what we get in the COA every day, and also it's gonna come up on the rewards for Eden.
Okay, so now if I check Clash of Alliance, I don't see it yet, but
I don't see it either.
It will arrive. So we have to see, do they include it next week? because it was just
Yeah.
released this week, or maybe they will wait the end of this Clash of Alliance ranking, so after week 8. Either
Yes,
on Monday,
exactly.
either in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And you say also in the Doomsday Store. So Doomsday Store.
I'm not sure about the Doomsday Store, but they said that they will come in the rewards for Eden.
Oh,
So
okay.
but it would be nice if it comes up in here, because if you see those stats, I mean, and I all of us keep asking for a way, different ways for us to get buffs on the game without spending. At least they are giving us some in there. The other is what we're doing with the Alliance Blaze Demon, which it takes an hour every other day, but it definitely does provide some stats as it adds up.
Yes. We can see new things in the reward, but not yet in Doomsday. But of course, we don't see all the rewards yet. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
maybe there.
Oh, maybe.
We don't see it in the rewards yet, but it could change. Sometimes they don't put everything in the Doomsday screen when the season is not started.
Yeah.
Or it could be in season challenge. I don't know. We'll discover that in a week, I guess. A week
Maybe.
or two. Okay, so for someone who is not spending a lot in the tech, the pet tech, they will still be able to get some items, and then they have choice to make. So I have a question: like, do you have to complete the 3 first row thing before getting the mid row, or if you develop, for instance, only the fighter front row, then you unlock the fighter mid row, even if you didn't research the shooter and vehicle? How does that work?
So far, from what I have done, it doesn't allow you to jump. You have to go one by one, and I haven't been able to just jump from one to the other. You have to go 1, 2, 3 on the top, then goes to the next line, then goes to the next line, and so on.
So it goes line by line, but in each line you can choose which one you start first. So like at first you have the choice between fighter, shooter, vehicle. You don't have to do the fighter to do the shooter and vehicle next.
Yes.
So is it safe to say that for a weaker medium player, it would be smarter to always start with a fighter? But for someone who has developed Atalanta, it would be smarter to start with the vehicles?
Yes, it just depends. I think that what I recommend to every player is to understand what their role is on Eden, because we unfortunately cannot all be fighters. That doesn't mean, or at least the highest level of fighter, you have to be some level. But if you are going to be supporting with tile, speed, and you prepare your base and focus on that, definitely I will go more into vehicles first than anything else, right? If you are going to be doing a lot of like the whale bases, going and sitting your base there for everybody to attack you with the attempt to do a wall, I will definitely start first with the fighters, because you wanna have your fighters as strong as possible. The fighters are your last line of defense. At least that's the way that I have done my base, and kind of the same defense type that I did for Kraken and Kong on last season.
Okay, so just a question also for someone who is starting now. So they should anyway keep shooter last, or because in shooters front row hero is a damage dealer, they might want to start with shooter. In which case would we start with shooter?
That's a very interesting question, and I think it's going to go with the play style of everybody, because on new states, I don't know if you have noticed, but you can now buy SPs almost from the first week.
Yes.
So if you, I guess, it's scary, honestly, to start and have the ability to buy 10 SP heroes and kind of start working on maxing them and decide what is going to be best. I mean, it really, as a new player, I will focus on vehicles maybe first, just because they will allow me to, for Doomsday, to kind of get a little faster into attacking and all. But shooters always was really what everybody wanted to have super strong as a brand new base, you know. So it's very hard.
Yeah.
I guess you're, you know.
Yeah, you're right that it's different for newer state, because if they can get the SP early, they would use either hunter in first row.
Yes.
So it improves their ability to fight even more, to boost either hunter before the vehicle and the fighters, because of this thing of new states, right?
Yes. And also, I mean, it's just that when you are a new player, there is so much that you have to work on, that I kind of understand why people will say, you know, pets are not relevant. It's not that pets are not relevant. It's just that for with what you have to do so much at the beginning, pets probably are not going to be, or yet didn't used to be your first item. But honestly, with this tech that they just add to it, I wonder if you really want to put it aside that much. Because if somebody does have the pets and they have these little techs that they put up, I mean, they can get ahead of you even early on the game.
Yeah. Okay. So in the end, starting with fighter, shooter, and vehicle can all be a good decision, but it will depend on the situation.
Yes, I mean, you know, I tell you a little more of history with the battles that we have had, at least with between Kraken, Kong, and myself on the different states that we have been able to do significant damage on rallies using shooters. So even with way stronger bases, Chinese bases that you are like, oh my gosh, I don't know what they feed these bases with, but we were able to do a lot with shooters, a lot more than we ever tried to do with the fighters or the vehicles. Atlanta definitely changed the game, but that's only going to last for so long, right? When I believe that we are going to go shooters for the older states this season now. So I don't know if they will release a UR for shooters. If they do, I mean, until they release a counter, which is normally your fighters for shooters, that APC is going to kill everything that is on its place. So so that's when you ask, what will you do first? I mean, shooters definitely, we know that is the most damage that you can do, but it's also the one that gets hurt the most troop wise. So you start going with your shooters, you know that is going to be you're gonna go through your T11s super fast, or T10s also super fast.
Okay. I think that's it for those new pet tech, and I want to come back to the new pets, Rhino and Ostrich.
Yes, let's do that.
Yes. So first of all, you have checked them. Do you have any thought about them, like chaotic thoughts, before we check the actual skills?
So far for me, I have been very impressed with the Rhino because we really didn't. I mean, on the bear, the polar bear did an amazing job holding the first line, I guess. But the bear, I don't know if the bear was always intended to be first line. Honestly, I think the bear was I kind of worked really well too if you use it kind of in a support line on second line because of the qualities that it has. But the Rhino is pure defense, very strong qualities, and the tech that it came out just behind it to support it, you know, it's incredible.
Yeah,
and it's very rare because the polar bear, we actually paid for it, you know, and it's not like we didn't pay for this guy, but the Rhino, at least you were able to get it just by saving a lot of tickets. And I use all my tickets on the previous event for getting a bunch of the snakes. So I didn't have enough to pull the ostrich. But so far, from what I have been testing with the Rhino, I have been very surprised with it, and I have been using it mainly on the fighters, just because to me the fighters are the best line of defense. So I put the Rhino on Emma, and it has been I have been actually looking on the what is the trailer or the train event. On the train event, I've been looking for the big bases, and when they show up, I have been putting my fighters, and I have been winning all of the fights so far. So I definitely see a difference from before having the Rhino to after having the Rhino. And my Rhino is not maxed as the one that Kong has. So I would like to see his train using Emma for this one, which I believe he has been doing that.
Yeah, what I see first when you say maybe Polar Bear wasn't intended to be first row, I can see that Rhino actually has more HP. If you check here, we see the might of the Rhino is 1200, resistance is 1900, and HP is close to 13,000. If I check the Polar Bear has a little more might and has 1,000 less HP. So the Rhino will be more tanky. Even if the Polar Bear shield, the Rhino ends up being more tanky. So that's interesting to see that here. So combined with the Polar Bear in second or third rows, this is very interesting.
Yes, we have to see both pets maxed, though, because the Polar Bear was not maxed. But I agree with you. This one seems to be more for fighters because it really has more of the HP advantage that I saw on the Polar Bear, which kind of, yes, was defense, but also had a lot of attack attributes on it.
Okay, let's see. I haven't checked the skill of the Rhino yet, so let's see that. So first skill, prepare for 1 round. Okay, we have prep skill now on pets to deal damage to 2 random enemy pets. Okay. So it attacks pets. Second skill, pets max HP increases by 15% and resistance increases by 30%. Okay, that's interesting. So that's where it's tanky. And it's not even the max level we see here. It's the next level. So, yeah. Third skill is in the first round, there is a percentage of chance to reduce damage taken by all allied pet by 30%. This damage mitigation decreases by 6% each subsequent round. So it's not a shield like the Polar Bear does, but it does reduce the damage taken by all pets.
Yes.
Full skill, the pet squad takes a percentage less damage and gains resistance lasting a certain amount of round. So this helps the soldiers. So this is very, very interesting, actually, because it's when your soldiers die that you lose. And the fifth skill, when using an active skill, there is a percentage of chance to reduce the damage dealt by the active skill's target by 10% for 3 rounds. Okay, so this is very, very tanky.
Yes, it's very tanky. That's why I thought that the best use for him was just go with Emma, which is first line for fighters on our meta APC.
Yeah, and Polar Bear has good synergy with Clan Elite, so you can make like a combination of pet that will be oriented defense with your fighter APC, as the fighters really, really benefit of resisting more and keeping their troop alive rather than killing fast the enemy.
Yes, exactly. And we used to have at the beginning of the game some of those tank APCs, and I think that with these pets now we probably can do that as well, because Eden now has become more and more in, hey, let's put this base there for a wall and let's just resist for the 1 hour or whatever minutes we need to resist on constant combat. For us to be able to shield and protect our bases, you know. So I think definitely this is a great pet for that.
So for your fighter APC, do you have a combination of pets that will help you like increase the survivability of your fighters, you would have Rhino in first row with Emma. You would have Polar Bear in last row on Clan Elite. And on middle row on Stone, which pet do you use?
I mean, I would recommend using the snake, but there is something to be said also because she's a damage hero, and I would like to see that with the lion. I will imagine that APC with the rhino, lion, and then last row of defense, just having the polar bear. That may be very solid, in my opinion.
I would disagree with you on that, but of course it needs test. But
yeah, you need to test it. But
yes.
Of course, the lion is best to use with your best shooters one or the vehicle one. To me, the lion best use right now is with the Atlanta APC.
Yes, lion is extremely offensive. Yes. And but the thing is, I think in all APC, you kind of want to have either the serpent, either the fox, because of the last kill that is silencing enemy hero. What do you think?
Yeah, that's why I said at the beginning that if you use the rhino, the snake, and maybe the polar bear, that will give you a very solid defense APC for fighters.
I'm checking. I think Fox is not necessarily better than Serpent at increasing the damage of the hero, right?
Yeah.
So.
And what I like about the Rhino combined with the Serpent is that both of those attack two pets at the time.
Yes.
And that's definitely an advantage.
Yeah, so your option with Emma, Stone, Clan would be either, so this is something to test, Rhino, Serpent, Bear, or Rhino,
maybe Fox,
Bear.
Yeah.
So that would be the option.
I could agree with that, yes.
Okay, so let's test that. Which other APC would you use the Rhino with? As it's super defensive, I guess not the shooter APC, as a hero in front row is a damage dealer, right?
Yes. Well, I don't know. I haven't really moved it anywhere else just because to me fighters are always the best defense, and this seems like a pet that will do great with something like that. But if I was to kind of try to test with something, maybe with the vehicles, I don't know if Atlanta will be too benefited by it, because Atlanta does best with a bunch of group might or a bunch of damage. I've seen some of the bases from TW6 that go all the way HP with her, which I don't think it's right. But with these things we always have to test. But it will be interesting to see if that will be for sure. The Rhino to me goes on first row. So I don't know what other hero. I don't know if with the shooters you want to put a defense pet. You want to have pets that are very aggressive on attack, and the Rhino is not very aggressive on attack. Even though it seems like it gives you a lot of damage, it's really more geared towards defense.
Yeah, it does have a good synergy with the fighters, so this is the first thing to test. If someone listening to this is maxing a Rhino, first use is Emma. That we will see when we have two Rhinos. Then I think that's it for the Rhino. This is really clear. Now, if I get a Rhino, I know what to do with it. If someone in the chat has a question about the Rhino, let's shoot. Do you see something to add on the Rhino, or do we move to the Ostrich?
I think that, as we said at the beginning, we all have to try. We all have to try and share what we find with these pets. They are brand new to us, but so far, from the results that we have seen, it's really just defense, first line, that I have seen the best results with it. And it's good to test it when you have it max. So that's why I am using that kind of perspective to say this is what I see best on this pet.
Yes. Okay, so let's go to the ostrich because I started a poll in the chat. So the poll I started in the chat is like, which pet will you use? Rhino, ostrich, both, none. And actually, most people say rhino. And there are 7% people saying ostrich. But 29% say both. But it seems that rhino has more hype. So why is that? Why so many people don't want to use the ostrich? Have you checked the ostrich? Did you have the opportunity to test the ostrich?
I have had the opportunity to test the ostrich, and even though it's an attack, and I have tried to use it on the shooters, or I even tried to put it on Emma. I'm sorry, on Rose, and just try to see some combinations. In I think there are better, way better pets for attack right now, like the lion, for example, than the ostrich. So I was actually surprised that I thought that the ostrich was going to be support. When Kraken told me that it was attack, I was surprised. I didn't really see an advantage between, if you want to compare, for example, the skills between the ostrich and the lion. I mean, I wouldn't put any money on the ostrich, frankly.
Okay, let's check the skills of the ostrich. First skill, percentage of chance to deal damage to all enemy pets. Okay, so this is relevant with many pets. They attack pets with the first skill, fine. Second, pets might increase by a percentage and damage it deals increase by a percentage. So this is about the pets attacking other pets. It's not about the heroes and soldiers next to it. Third skill, additionally deal a percentage of damage to one random enemy squad. So it does attack soldiers. This is nice. Fourth skill, pet squad gain might and damage. Okay, so it is a damage dealer pet as it will improve the skill of the heroes and squad. And fifth skill, when using an active skill, there is a percentage of chance to increase the damage taken by the pet. By the pet hit, by the active skill, by percentage for each round. Wait a second. Okay, so it increases the damage that it does with the other skill. Okay, so this is a offensive pet, but nothing special.
That's what was strange to me, because compared to the lion, which is kind of in the same, it's also a new pet. It also has some good brand new things to it. I didn't really see. I will say if the ostrich was tied to the new tech, then yes, but I haven't seen that that's the case. I have seen that other pets are also being benefited by the new tech for pets.
Okay, so it looks like for someone who spends to buy the spender pets, they will most likely always prefer lion or fox, or,
yes.
Or even serpent. But for someone who is free to play or low spender, so they can get the ostrich by saving on pet hunt tickets and all that, how does ostrich compare to owl and cat? I don't say reindeer because we don't like reindeer, but owl and cat.
That's really the question. Yeah, you're spot on, because this is a pet that we can get by saving tickets, not necessarily with spending. So I have to test more between those three, and I have not. But let's compare, for example, here with the skills that we get from the cat.
Yeah, I think the big difference with the cat would be like the fifth skill of the cat is making damage on enemy heroes, while on the ostrich, the fifth skill increase the damage taken by the opponent after the previous skill. So the fifth skill boosts the damage taken by a pet. So the cat would be more offensive towards the enemy soldiers, and the ostrich more offensive towards the pets. Correct?
Yeah. So what this ostrich does is that when in your APC you're using a special skill, whoever is the soldier type or row that is getting that damage, the ostrich kind of helps you, same as the lion, to do an extra, to focus on that one where you are using the special skill, if that makes sense. So when you're using a special skill, it improves your percentage to generate damage on that hero, which the cat is not doing.
Okay.
So definitely, it's giving you kind of a little feeling of what the lion does, not all of it, but a little feeling without you having to go into spending a bunch on using copies, multiple copies of lion.
Right. Right. Okay. So at the moment for damage dealer, we really prefer lion. And if we are not spending, we might still prefer cat or ostrich, but ideally we need to test both and decide after that.
Yeah, and the good thing is that you can split the cats and go all the way with the ostrich. I didn't experience a lot of loss when I was splitting my pets, but I can't be certain how much loss was there on items.
I think you keep 80%. I saw 80% somewhere. I don't want to be wrong. No, when you reset a pet, 90% of the items consumed, its upgrade, evolution, and training will be returned to you. So you have a 10% loss when you split a pet.
Yeah, which is not a lot, honestly. Giving us the ability to split the pets was amazing. I think that 90% is really nothing when you're trying to bring your other pet all the way up.
Clearly, you shouldn't do that like to split between cat and ostrich to decide and change every week. But there are definitely pets that you can split. Like if anyone upgraded a Doberman or a reindeer, they should have already split it, right?
Yes. I like the Dobermans, but definitely compared to these pets, they currently are pretty useless.
Yeah, sorry to all dog lovers, but we saw the devs when they do communication. Oh, actually, on the screen I am in right now, pet resetting. We can see like a little what are those dogs called? Like a little cute
Akita?
dog. Yeah, the cute dog. So maybe there is a SP cute dog coming. So all dog lovers can be reassured. They can split their Doberman. They will get their little cute dog, right?
Maybe one day, but we also have over there the Warhawk, right? And we didn't get it.
Yes.
And at least if you are a cat lover, you got the lion, which is a big cat, and hopefully they will give us a wall for some of them to replace our lovely cat and our lovely dogs, I guess.
Yes. So no worries. New pets are coming. New opportunity to spend your actual money.
Yes, we love those opportunities for sure.
So to conclude on the ostrich. It is worth it that maybe big bases make the test between cat and ostrich. So we should do that with King Kong and Dakraken. They both have an ostrich, and you have an ostrich too. So we should do tests like so we'll have Conqueror Arena and stuff like that. So we test, we fight with the ostrich and the cat. We compare both. And then we will have like maybe a better advice to give to all the people who cannot afford resetting their pets.
Yeah, we have been doing that. On the last J-Rock signed up for Rhino, and all of us just went straight to troop without, because we know that between us, the big bases, we can counter each other, and that doesn't really give us good information. We want to go straight ahead, even though some stats on Rhino base are higher, or Kong or Kraken, and but at least with the four of our bases, we have been just going APC against APC and switching pets. The only thing that I will say though is it has worked better for me to do my test in the stage where is the preliminary stage for the duel instead of the actual duel, because when I have done my changes in duel, it doesn't pick them. Like I tried to do a
Oh.
bunch of changes going against Rhino base, and my changes didn't show up at all, and I was upset because the reason that we did this, just going one against the other APC to APC, so that we can see if changing match here or doing some other changes, what difference we saw, and we weren't able to test for that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so we take an appointment for after all that to to talk in live stream about cat versus ostrich. But in the meantime, maybe we recommend people don't upgrade ostrich if they are not sure this will be a pet that replaces a cat.
Yeah, if you are in the position where you have to decide which of the new pets to go for first, for sure the lion and then the rhino. To me, those will be my choices.
Okay, so lion and rhino. And
Yes.
so rhino is really for spender and non-spender. And for the spender, don't go for the ostrich at all. For the non-spender, wait for result between cat and ostrich.
Yeah, I don't want to be hating on the ostrich, but based on what I have been testing so far, I think the cat probably will work better.
Okay, and we can hate on the ostrich, but I would want to see the ostrich maxed, because when it's maxed, it changed design and he has a little armor, and I want to see that. I want an armor that give it ears.
Yeah.
Or horns, and make it fierce. I want to see an armor on its neck. That would be super fun.
And is there a way to see it, actually? I thought there was a way to see it. I don't know. When you, how does it look? I thought that I saw a photo somewhere.
Oh, yes,
Maybe it was
yes.
just...
Here. Oh, it didn't exist before. You can see the pet profile. It didn't exist before. It's a new thing. Oh, there is... Oh, they have a background story. Check that. They have a background story. Oh, wow. The zombie crisis over the year could be a possible trigger for such mutation. Oh, they would inevitably become easy targets for zombies after all. Oh, so they become super fast to resist to zombies. Oh. Okay.
That's interesting.
Ah, that's great. So, I mean, with this story, I would want the ostrich to give to give marching speed to my APC. That would be fun.
That definitely will. That will be an advantage if you can do that and add an ostrich to our speed tiling ones. You know.
Oh yes, that would be a great feature, but it's not the case. So ostrich is not crazy useful at the moment.
Yeah, but on the new tech, I haven't seen it, but someone told me that there is marching speed.
Oh, on the pet tech?
Under the pet tech, and also under the new one that we're doing with the Blaze Demon, there is a level that provides you with marching speed.
Yes, level 11 provide 2% marching speed. It's a level shield. This is level 11. Shield gives 2% marching speed. I cannot see what is beyond that, but because the military rank has been available for the newer state for a while, if we ask newer state, active players in newer state, they can provide us with information about what is coming in military rank. And they are not maxed yet. No one is maxed yet, even in newer states. So last levels are still a total mystery. And you cannot see it because you can only see the level you are at right now and the next level.
I noticed that some of these bases that they put on our bracket or in our server, they have levels from 17 to 20 something. Maybe Perseverance, or how do they call those states? Not the Perseverance.
The frontier states. Frontier states.
Yeah,
yes.
the frontier states.
Wait. This is 11, right? So level 11 is a 2% marching speed. This is the one we want. And after that, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so with 17, it brings them to first lieutenant, so the gold skills, but not
Well,
the
on
NL.
our base.
Okay. So if anyone is in Frontier State, message me, please, and give us information, please.
Yes, that will be awesome.
Yeah, because for the moment, this is really time consuming and this is not giving a great reward.
Definitely, we are not fans of this event at all, but we're doing it for the buff.
Yes. So, okay. Wait a second. We talked about the Rhino. We talked about our favorite way to use a Rhino so far. We want it on Emma, like regardless if we are a spender, not a spender. You want Rhino on Emma. Ostrich is, yeah, we'll see. So that's clear for Rhino and Ostrich for me. Do you have something to add on those two pets?
I think that based on what we have right now, definitely, I would just say that Rhino, you can try another ones like the another heroes if they come up, but I think it's the best for first row. That's what I would just suggest. And I don't have that much data, honestly, to talk about the ostrich because I didn't see good performance, but it's also not maxed. So it's hard to judge a non-maxed pet against a maxed one. There is a big difference.
Yeah, but if we can save money by not maxing it, if it's not worth it, we will take that opportunity.
Yes.
Okay, so then the thing is, we quickly talked earlier about some people think that the pets are useless in general, but pets are useful, and we talked about Dark Kraken being eliminated in Summit Arena because of a bug not allowing him to add the pets in Summit Arena. And
Yes.
I think we want viewers to really understand that the pets are useful and maybe explain why. Because I see people saying, oh, but I don't understand. I have a level 50, blah, blah, blah. I have a level 50. I got a bear and I got it upgraded to level 50 and I don't see a difference, you know? And yeah.
But people have to be fair with their comments too, because if you are trying to attack a monster base and your base is not a monster base, it doesn't matter what you put on it. You're not gonna see any difference, right? But if you're fighting against a base that is close to your level, whether it's stronger or weaker, then you can definitely see what the pets are doing when you have them on.
Yeah, and the other thing is we talk about splitting pets and re-upgrading, and maybe at this stage we have enough inventory to max the level of a pet without having enough evolution shot in inventory to increase the star level. So would you use a pet that is level 50 but like level 5 in stars? What use do you have for this?
Well, the issue is that if you don't advance the stars, you cannot advance the skills. And the best skills get unlocked at the fourth and fifth. There's definitely good buff in the first, second, and third skill, but you want to have more stars to be able to unlock all of the skills at the bottom and to progress them. So I will say definitely don't get discouraged about keep saving those items and give more stars to your pet because you will see a significant improvement on it.
Yeah, and the first and second skills, they are very similar on all pets, right? It's really the third, fourth, and fifth skill that will make a big difference.
Yes.
So, like, between a spender pet and a free pet, is it correct to say that if they only have level 1, skill 1 and skill 2 unlocked, it's actually not a big difference to have a spender pet and a free pet?
It's definitely not that different, but as you get more stars, definitely you see the bigger impact from the spending pets.
Okay, so to make a real difference in our battle with a pet, we need to get evolution shot to upgrade the star level, to unlock the skill, to upgrade the skill, and only then we can say if a pet improved or not on APC.
Yes, because without that, you are not going to be able to advance your skills, which is really what is empowering your pet.
So let's go back to the Rhino. Which star level do we need on the Rhino to make it useful, do you think?
Oh my, well, it will be hard to tell, but definitely you need to have at least the third one progress a bit, because that gives a bunch of damage. But if you're fighting against a big base and you are like in the summit arena or so, I think the fifth skill is really important.
Okay, so the third one, I see this is the one that reduces the damage taken by the pet. So it's the skill that would be kinda similar to a shield effect, except it's not a shield; it reduces the damage.
Yes.
But so that's the one that makes all the pets tanky. And
yes,
so
exactly.
this one will be enough. So the Rhino makes a difference in your battle. And you say for the max base, you really need the fifth skill. Fifth skill is
reduce the damage dealt by an
So
you're basically defending yourself against those pets that have special skills.
Okay.
And this is big because when we are on satellite, on many of all those, the most expensive thing to get, even on skins, is damage mitigation, right?
Yes.
So this is why, to me, that's the most important skill on the Rhino. And this is why, to me, is the highest average pet that we have right now for defense.
Okay. Okay, so it would be usable with 3 skills, indispensable to have all skills for max base battle. Really clear. So, yeah, actually, I have seen someone saying that Basha used Rhino in Summit Arena, but we are in State 1001, so I haven't seen the battle reports. Have you seen on which hero he used Rhino? Do you know about this?
I have not, because I don't have access to that server, but I know that J-Rock and others do have bases or a way to get information from those. But it's interesting because all of the super whale bases are there. Yeah. So I wish that I had access to a base that will allow me to see that for sure.
Oh, I'm just lazy, but for real, I have bases there. I have all my farms in all the states. So I can give you access to one of my bases, actually. At some point.
That'll be great. Yeah.
Maybe
great to see those battles.
Yeah, maybe not right now, but I'm opening it on the side because I kind of wonder. I wrote it in. Hey, let's talk about Basha, but I haven't checked it. So wait a second, I'm on it. Mini Melouche in state 109 in EVS. Okay, I'm opening Mini Melouche. So Mini Melouche, Summit Arena, Bash info on top 16. Basha. Where is Basha? Wait, I will show you on the screen. Okay, so I'm looking for Basha, and I see him here against Jersey. Battle report. Let's check it.
Oh, against Bionic?
Yeah.
He won against Bionic? That's impressive. Who won? I couldn't see who won. I guess Basha won.
Oh, but Basha won everything. Okay, I don't see Rhino on Emma. Okay.
He has Polar there.
Polar Bear, he is on the shooter APC. We see Serpent Ostrich. Oh, there's an Ostrich on Iron Spark.
There's an Ostrich. Yeah.
Ostrich on Iron Spark. Okay. After that, no.
But if he was confident about the Ostrich, he would have given it to Atlanta, which he didn't.
Oh.
So I think he was just like using it on his third or fourth APC.
Yes, actually, I don't see a rhino, so maybe I was wrong and it was about the ostrich. So he used ostrich on Iron Spark. So on the Ether Hunter APC, he has serpent, ostrich, and lion. Where I think we mostly use cat or fox here on Iron Spark.
But it's well, at least he has the snake at the beginning, the serpent at the beginning. But it's definitely a not decision. He tried to make that APC super aggressive.
Yeah, and actually, I don't understand the lion on Speedstar. I would
No,
have
me neither.
I would have put a polar bear there because otherwise the pets are really easy to kill. And polar bear and Speedstar go well together. Okay, I find the position of the pets odd. I wouldn't take example on Basha for this one, but I would test.
No, and it's hard because Basha is super max based, and if we wanna, Biomed was not someone that will be used to test against. I guess if we wanna see it against Somi or against who else do they have? Who is he fighting next?
Next, he's fighting Mia. That will be
Yes,
epic.
that's when we're going. And what Mia had, I am curious what she was using.
Right. Okay, let's see the pets Maya used. Okay, first the APC. APC, first one, Atalanta APC. Emma, Clan Elite Stone. Stone in last row. AZ, Rick and Negan. As Hunter APC. And Hank, Shadowy Man, Revive Soul. Let's see the pets. Okay, Serpent, Fox, Lion, classic. Serpent, Fox, Lion, classic.
Maybe she didn't have it maxed.
Yes, because we just had them now this week, so it might take a few weeks before the big bases use it.
Luigi is normally a smart player. I wonder what Luigi was using.
Oh yes, I haven't even checked. I was just looking at the Maya Maya side. Okay, first, which APC did he use? So he used Emma Stone Unk. That sounds weird, no? Emma Stone Hunk. Okay.
I think that he knew that he was completely overpowered against Maya, so he probably just, I don't know what he was trying to do, honestly. I've seen that APC too. Kong actually used it really good, and he actually beat straight up Rhino with that one. I was impressed. Some people are using that formation.
It frees Clan Elite for something else. So he has a secondary fighter APC with Rust Red Ranger, Thunderbolt Beater, and Clan Elite. Then the Atalanta APC and AZ Rick Negan. Okay, so he doesn't have a Shadowy Man or Revive Soul APC doing this.
Yeah, it's probably too soon for people to have some of those new pets in there if they wanted to win.
Yes, only Basha used it because he could afford using it. And there's a Rhino here.
Who's using it?
He used Rhino on Rust Red Ranger. Oh wait, I got lost.
So he did use it as I would expect because he used it on first line and for fighter APC, which is exactly what I would have done.
Yes, but it wasn't maxed, so he put it on the secondary, but it's a good way to test it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And did he win that battle? Because
No.
that seems like a battle he could have won.
No, he kinda got destroyed. But Maya is way stronger than Ouija.
Yeah.
So I think he also had no chance against Maya. Okay.
All max pets. Wow. Okay.
So that answers our question. We need to see the arena during daybreak.
Yeah.
Because they will have got 2 weeks, so many pets will be maxed at that time. And this will be the moment where all big bases are actually testing the Rhino and the Ostrich for real.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So for real, that's actually cover all the question I had. Like this week, I was like busy in real life, and if I was not the one streaming, I would be looking forward to a stream on the weekend for someone to explain all the pet stuff to me. And I have you in my alliance, so I mean, even in the same base, we share the same base. So thank you so much for that. And now I have like a lightning Q&A I've written, like super quick question, and you have to answer fast.
Okay.
And we already know most answer to this and what you think, but this would be great to make a short video for people who don't want to watch a full live stream.
Awesome.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so first question is a very easy one. Rhino versus ostrich.
I will say rhino for now. Yeah.
Best pet combo right now.
Most likely rhino, fox, and the lion or the serpent for defense.
Okay. Most useless pet.
Unfortunately, the dog.
Oh. Which pet skill would you max first in rhino and ostrich? Maybe rhino, because you said rhino many times. Which one you max first?
Yes. Well, you kind of have to go in progress. To me, the most important one is the last one, but you get a lot of damage and damage mitigation on the first three ones. So I think that to me, the most important one is the fifth one, but the other ones are really good too.
Okay, so if you open all the 5 skills at the same time, you would put more resources on the 5th one.
Yes.
Okay, and if you could add one fantasy pet to the game, what is it?
If I could add one pet to the game,
yes.
I would like to see the wolf, maybe.
Wolf. Yes.
Yes, I like wolves.
Okay, that is the message for the devs. Make it a SP pet.
That'll be awesome.
Okay, thank you so much, Temoc. Do you have like let's close the stream. One sentence advice for anyone thinking Rhino Ostrich are useless, or whatever advice you want to give to everyone watching the stream?
I mean, the advice from me is have fun. You know, this is a game. Enjoy it. Enjoy your friends. Try to keep a positive. If you like to be aggressive style play, it's okay to be aggressive, but remember that all of those people are gonna still be there. So try to make friends. That will be my advice to all.
Yes. So join Temoc's Alliance because he's gonna be your friend.
Yes, come over here and get us a bunch of skins for free. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Temoc. I free you for the rest of the day. I look forward to seeing you again in live stream next time with a video.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, that was Temoc. Always a pleasure to have him here, because I know we all play the game and we can all explore all the game stuff in our base, but Temoc plays 3 max base. This is so crazy useful information because he can test with himself, and he's kind of, he sounds funny, but he's also a bit of a geek, like a huge geek. So he's really going through the test kind of seriously when he does. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I will close the stream here. Let's enjoy the rest of the Sunday. You still have 5 hours to migrate. If you want to migrate somewhere, do it now. You have 5 hours. Contact the stakes that still have place. if you want to migrate to a big alliance and enjoy the end of the in-between season, end of real life, matchmaking next week, daybreak expedition in 2 weeks, and map open in 3 weeks. So enjoy. Bye.